Okay, so here we go with getting started on our Wednesday Power Hour. And the first thing I want to do is just go ahead and give you dates and things to expect for August. So if you have your calendar in front of you, great. If you don't, I'll make sure to put the graphics once they're made into the Power Hour chat. But these are the things that we have planned for August thus far. The first thing is on Monday, August 1st, we'll have Diamond and advisory board member Kyle Rainey here on the Zoom on our Power Hour, and he'll share for a little bit, which will be great. We'll also finish up the Slight Edge. That'll be our last day. Then let's talk about Mondays in August. I think we're just going to go ahead and continue the 10-10-10 through August. I've really grown from that personally and enjoyed it a lot. So I'm going to do the Monday night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 10-10-10. If you don't know what that means, it's 10 minutes of training, 10 minutes of inspiration, 10 minutes of coaching. And it may not be actually coaching someone. It's more, what is coaching? How do you coach? I've learned so much from that. Okay, then we are also going to be doing what we're calling, let me think what we were calling it. CEO Habits. It's called CEO Habits. Maybe you can write this in the chat for me, somebody. August 15th through 17th. I'm making the page as we speak. What it's going to be is basically a 3-day IPA page that gives you, it's literally going to be 10 things each day to do. Simple, really simple, short. And we're hoping you'll work in like 10-minute increments, like work for 10 minutes, go do what you need to do the dishes, go meet with a friend, and then 10 more minutes. That's our goal. So we're going to call it CEO Habits, August 15th through 17th. And then we're going to do an event on the night of the 18th, which is a Thursday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you'll be working like a CEO, but it's always nice to have something to invite someone to for that Thursday night. So we'll have something, and when I say something, it really is something, because we don't have a name, we don't know yet, but I just want you to kind of put a bookmark in your mind for August 18th to invite someone to that. I guess that's it. So we'll keep on with our Power Hour. We'll keep on with the Monday night meetings, keep it simple, and then we have that one special thing with the CEO Habits. Okay, so in order to really get going, the first thing I wanted to do is I have 2 questions. The first question is, what is working? So does someone have something that they're doing currently that is working for them that they can share? And that's just a blanket question. What's working? So anybody have something that's working for them? Don't you love when you wear a tank top and your hair covers the strap so that it looks like you're completely disrobed? Do you see this? Okay, sorry. I noticed that. I was like, oh, I look completely nude. All right. Anybody? What's working?
Jennifer, I'll jump on really quick and I'll just say consistency no matter what, like showing up in stories, reposting your reset results. Less than 4% are seeing your posts. So if you're still excited about the reset, keep sharing about the reset. The reset for me and our team has created this new wave of momentum that we haven't had in like 5 years. If you don't love the reset, I just want you to remember that there are people who need it, that you can, have influence over. But also, if you haven't ordered and started round 2, we have a whole group now that is just finishing round 2. And they're like, oh my gosh, you were right. The compounding effect is real. Like, even if they put a few pounds back on when they started eating, now they're seeing an additional bump, lower with inches lost and all of that. So I just am still resharing. I have a level 1 reset chat that anybody that orders a new reset, I'm adding them to, and we're creating this new community that I'm excited about because it's just all of my level 1s. So I've got, my big business builder chat, I've got all my other chats, but this feels special and new because it's a lot of people that I haven't had contact with before who are sharing results and getting excited, and we're building this community, and it's a whole new group of people. So the level 1 reset chat has been really helpful. And then I'm making a fool of myself on Reels, and it's paying off. So that's all I'm going to say about that.
You are not making a fool of yourself. I'm serious. I tried to do the crossing your leg thing like you did with the dryer. I was like, I can't even do that. Like, I literally don't have rhythm enough to do it.
Yeah, too many retakes for that one. I won't even admit how much time I spent on
Really?
that 7 seconds.
Well, it was worth it. Can I ask you 2 different questions? Let me tell you what goes through my mind because we all have our own battles with mindset. So you said less than 4% of people see your post. And so keep posting about the reset. And let me tell you what I do, and maybe someone else does this. I think about the people that did see it and did end up ordering it, or we've talked about it. And I do this thing in my head where I'm like, they're going to be annoyed with me. Do you ever do that? Where you're like, they're going to see these posts over and over and over again, and they're going to be like, she is so annoying. So do you have any like words of wisdom?
Okay, so I do. And it's a new revelation from the craziest thing. So I have been under the weather since getting home from vacation. I never watch TV ever, but I haven't been feeling good. So I've been working from bed and had the TV on. And I've been watching $1 Million Listing. And I am learning so much from these top New York City and LA realtors on follow-up, customer care, and confidence. So I want you guys to evaluate what's your follow-up, what's your customer care, and your confidence, because they're like, I know you wanted that $7 million condo. Somebody else is going to get it and you need this right now. Like, they're making the calls confidently, already assuming the sale. So I'm telling you, I'm probably the only person on the planet who can watch $1 Million Listing on Bravo and be like, this is my Plexus business. And I'm like taking notes while I'm sick in bed watching this, show. But the way that they are doing their open houses, and they're asking for the sale, assuming the sale, confidently knowing that they have something that people want. So are you guys like, hey, maybe you need to lose a few pounds. I kind of found something that I love. I don't know if you love it. I'm not saying you need to lose weight. Or are you like, girl, what are you waiting for? Like, I am doing this reset thing and tons of people are loving it. What are you waiting for? Like, just the confidence factor in your follow-ups. I don't know if that's like something that resonates with you, but and that's where I feel like people are like, whatever you're doing, let's do it, please. Because, they hear how excited I am and the confidence level each time I do it. So if you didn't love the first one, if you thought the bone broth was weird, mix it with the tomato soup half and half, do your second reset. I promise everything gets better.
Okay, that was perfect, because my initial thought when you started talking was every time we have a new product or every time we have something new, there's that whole first week, that whole like, woo, like the celebration and the fanfare. And then it almost like we train our audience to enjoy the first week. And then it's like, I guess that wasn't as good as she said it was, because she never talked about it again. Like, she never brought it up again. And then I lied. I didn't have a second question. I had a comment. Did you guys see on the Monday night Zoom with Laura Bland? Did you guys see that? To know that she was completely out 5 years, and for the reset to be the thing that brought her back, gave her results and confidence enough to start sharing. For me, that's a huge encouragement. So if you didn't see that, it's on my YouTube channel and she's towards the end. And by the way, I think she sounds and looks exactly like Meryl Streep. And I told her that, and she's like, I don't know who that is. I sent her pictures, but she really does.
Really quick, Jennifer, just a to-do list. I've been working on all of my reset people because their subs are coming out. And so like yesterday was a little bit of a panic mode of all of these brand new reset people who have no clue what a subscription is. So I worked through and we got like 3 or 4, like I have to have the hydrate. I loved the active, like whatever they loved out of the reset, we're adjusting, for what they need. Cause like this morning, it's like do or die before subs grab tonight.
Right. Okay. Well, then tell me this. Do you have a graphic that you're like, here's how you do it? Or you're like, give me your username and login, please?
I've been asking, so I have a new gal who's pushing for Fast Start Senior Silver. And I asked her to get her new customers logins, and I'm teaching her, like I was on the phone with her, walking her through how she can best help her customers. So we're kind of learning as we go with that.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's like asking your 5-year-old to fix the thermostat. It's like, no, like, let's let these new people enjoy their life right now. And we're going to give them like that concierge service or whatever. I love that. That's so good. Okay.
Amy, all but one of my people did the reset welcome packs. They did weight loss basics. So they already had their lean and their slim and their MetaBurn, which a few of them are loving the MetaBurn, but a few of them wanted to add active and hydrate.
Okay. So here's what I want to do. I want us all to email, I don't care, I don't care, it could be just be the products department or even Ryan Seeley. Like I'm literally saying this right now in front of 46 people. I am begging them for a welcome pack that has either slim, lean and hydrate or slim, lean and what's the other?
Active.
Active. Thank you. Because that is a true follow-up pack to what they experienced. So if anybody is in the mood, just send a little email full of begging and wishing and lots of compliments, and don't use my name. Anyways, that's what I want, and I'm begging for it. Because when they order that MetaBurn, I'm like, I wonder, because they never even tried it. They've never even had it, although it's probably nice to try something new, but anyhow.
It's also really easy to go into the help center and then type in suggestions, and there's a suggestion box right in the help center. So you can put it in there and flood it. So just saying.
Okay, let's do that. And let's email. Oh, I know what we could do. I just had a great idea. We can all tell our direct Jewel upline and ask if they'll call and tell the Jewel line and the Diamond line, because they really do funnel those to like the collaboration group. Anyway, every way you can do it, make posts and tag people, like whatever you got to do, because this is what we want. Am I crazy? Is this something we want? Like it's something I want. Okay.
Maybe the ambassador community page too. Like one of Genevieve's posts, we could like all comment, hey, can we get this? Kindly and nicely. And
Oh, yeah.
respectfully.
We're not going to be like, y'all should have thought of this. No, instead, we're just like, I bet this would be really amazing and we would sell a gajillion of them. All right. Okay. So I have a list of things that we're going to work through right now, but I asked what was working. Sarah shared that. My second question was any wins. Does anyone have a win? We're sitting here right at the cusp of the 28th. A lot of people have a lot of auto shipments that go through on that day. So does anybody have a win they want to share?
I have one.
Oh, good. Tell me.
So I have been working the business a little bit over a year, and I don't have anybody on my team that's doing it with me until last week. So I'm really excited and scared and all the stuff, but it's been really good. It's been, I'm seeing what I need to have more ready for people to, whenever they start sharing and stuff, I'm seeing what I need to maybe have a better system with. So, but it's been really educational, but it's really exciting too. So.
Fantastic. So how did this come about? Was this a customer that loved their products, or is this a new person?
I just signed her up in the 5th month, I think. I don't remember. Anyway, I just signed her up. And so I asked her if she'd be willing to share if she liked her in the future, if she liked her products. And she said, yeah, I can do that. She just started a business, so she doesn't want to really do it as a business, but she said, I'll share. So I'm like, okay. So then she shared a few things, and then she ran out of her product, and she goes and she got it back in, and she noticed the changes. Anyway, she posted that she ran out of her product. She goes, I will never do that again. And then after a couple of weeks, I think she reposted, and it was a week or two, I don't remember, but she reposted that she's lost like 9 pounds and she can tuck her shirt in, and just posting. And she just did it on her own. I just asked her if she wanted to share. And so I've been encouraging her to keep sharing. And so she has. Anyway, and then there's like, she's got actually 1 person signed up, and she's got 2 more interested. And so that would be really cool.
We got to get that by the end of the month, so she doesn't have to start over. Now I'm feeling anxious. We got to do this. We got to get the last 2. That's awesome.
I'm trying not to be pushy or anything.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm going to encourage her today.
Yeah, we can tell her that if she can do this by the end of the month, there's a really big bonus waiting for her. Otherwise, that's confusing, I guess, to say, but it's almost like you literally start over and pray that those people reorder the next month.
Not that, Jennifer,
Yeah.
unless I zoned out for a hot second, not in the first 30 days. So remember, it's not the end of the month, although we'd like it to be, right? But she has the first 30 days, and then it's month by month.
But
If you're talking about the fast start bonuses,
yeah, okay. But let me tell you what's happened to me a couple of times. The person, okay, let me get this right. Sarah and I ran into this. Sarah, do you remember the situation where it's like the month would end and then what was the problem that we had?
So my gal signed up at 7 p.m. on June 30th and then signed her first 2 that night. And then her third one was July 1st. So she didn't officially go silver until she then signed up 2 more in July, because the first 2 that had enrolled June 30th were not then qualified for July.
But that doesn't make sense with it because it's a fast start 30.
So
It's
Stacy,
not
she
a
gets
month thing.
She gets the fast start bonus, but she doesn't get the silver bonus.
Silver.
Do you get it? It's
She
a
would
weird-
get it if they're sub
No.
month.
Correct,
I
correct.
don't
But
get it.
so we wanted to do it, like, we were like, you're gonna do this in
Yeah.
24 hours, but it just so happened that it was the June 30th to July, her third one. So then she went on and enrolled 2 more that were active and qualified. So she still did Fast Start 30 and she got her silver within, the first week. But if that was the case, if she hadn't enrolled anybody else, she wouldn't officially be silver until those June 30th subs ran July 28th.
Oh, good
tomorrow.
grief. Thank you so much for waiting. Go ahead.
I'm gonna mute really quick. Hold on one second. Mute all. Let me just explain it one more time in the best way that I possibly can. Let go of the fast start. Don't even think about it. If you just had 2 people sign up on the last day of the month, and then first day of the next month, another person signed up, we all would agree that they're not silver, right? Because the whole month completely restarted. They had 2 people before, those 2 people would have to re-qualify in that new month, and then they would be silver. So the silver bonus is kind of out the window when that happens, unless they can get 2 more people. The fast start, like Stacy's saying, that's still in play. They can definitely still get the fast start bonus, but they don't get the silver until they for sure have 3 qualified people within 1 calendar month.
It's confusing. Just rock and roll your July. And if anybody else needs anything, but here's how it plays out. I had one more guy, he's a level 2 and I just caught it today. He signed 2 in June and his 3rd in July. And now 1 of his June people for his 3 level 1s did not qualify in July, but he's got 35 pay points. He already has his other 2 level 1s sharing. So he's got 35 pay points, but he has not officially gone silver yet. He's not going to get paid on those. So I caught that this morning. I messaged him. I said, hey, this your 3rd level 1 from June needs to either have her sub run tomorrow or go sign up 1 more new level 1 and you're officially silver, all of the things, and then you can get paid on all of your points.
There you go.
So yeah, you just have to remember what it means to be qualified.
You have to use the original definition.
It's actually called Fast Start 30.
Yeah,
Fast
it's
Start
not-
30 and not silver.
so they're fast start 30, they're not fast start silver.
Correct.
They're fast start, but not silver.
Correct.
All I'm saying is I have this urgency that everything has to be done before business closes at the end of the month, so I don't have to deal with this drama.
Go sign 3 more people today. Ready, set, go. Everybody can do it, I promise.
Yeah, there you go. It's fine. It's good. If you run into this situation, it's a one-off, right? Because it's not going to happen all the time. But I'm glad I brought it up and caused a lot of stress for everyone. And so now we'll be able to work in a really great headspace. So if you do have questions, let me know. Here we go. I have this list. I'm going to say the names of each part of the list, and then we're just going to work through this, okay? If you were going to really truly operate in an income producing mindset, these are some of the things that you would want to do. The first one would be every single week, you would have some type of networking opportunity. In person is better, but if you can make sure on your calendar that you have said yes to this brunch with this group of people, or the next week you've said yes to going on a walk with the ladies from your church, every week you need to have something that is scheduled that's a networking opportunity. We're going to do that in a second. You also need to be focused on collaboration. Collaboration can look a couple different ways. One is, this was really fun. I posted a video of making black beans in a really cool Dutch oven that Drew Barrymore designed. And so I literally made a video of my stories of Drew Barrymore's pot and tagged her, and that woman shared my post. So Drew Barrymore shared my post, but that is like, it's unofficial collaboration, but when she shares it, what happens? People see me and then they follow me. That's a really fun thing to have happen. So collaboration can look like that. It could literally be someone that does something else different that you think is awesome. Maybe they're a really successful realtor. Maybe they've written a book. Maybe there's someone in your life that you think is amazing. You start to share about their, whatever they're doing that's amazing, tagging them, and then their followers start seeing your stuff. So that's a really great way. Referrals is another part of your business that is super helpful. I do have a lady that she just doesn't want to be a part of the program. She doesn't want to be a VIP customer. She doesn't want to be an ambassador. I thought I could change her mind. I can't change her mind. She just sends people to me. It grieves me in some ways, but it delights me in others. So referrals are really important. We always need to be asking for them. Keeping in touch is another income producing activity. Keeping in touch matters, especially think about Laura Bland, back to her from the Monday night. Janina, when Laura stopped using the product, stepped back, Janina could have just stopped talking to her, forgotten about her, bless and release, all of the quotes that we say about that, but she didn't. She kept in touch knowing that eventually she would come back, and she did. And what she's accomplished has been incredible. Having events, planning events, and inviting to events are all another part of your income producing activity. Writing your testimony, sharing testimonies, adding people to a testimonial page are all parts of income producing activity. Performing coaching calls is also income producing, because when you can actually get someone on your team moving in the right direction, you are creating income for yourself. Follow-up is another really important part. Follow-up can be that keeping in touch, and it can also be specific to asking about using the products. Upselling is another part of your income producing activity. Upselling is, have you ever gone to a restaurant and you order something to drink and they say, well, what kind of, well, see, this is about alcohol. It's the only thing I know to use an example. I should probably use one more about the products. I'm going to stop with the alcohol analogy. I'm going to go to the products. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Basically, if you really love Active, I have a feeling you're really going to love Hydrate. It tastes amazing. It's really fun to look forward to during the day. It gives you a refreshed feeling. Did you know most people wake up dehydrated? Here's somebody that's using it and here's what they're feeling. So you're wanting to get them adding products to their product regimen, because one, the more products they've tried, the more likely they're going to stay above that 100 PV point. Also, the more likely they're going to be lifers. Following
I have a restaurant thing for you really quick. That's really
Not about
annoying. So
alcohol.
imagine you're the waitress.
Okay.
What would happen if you give your person the check after they had the dinner and they wanted dessert and coffee? And you're just like, here's the check, right? So you have to upsell the dessert and coffee. And yes, as a matter of fact, I would like that. And then you just rock and roll. So we have to be really good servers.
That's way better than what I was going to share. Mine was going to be about vodka, because I don't know why. It's weird because I don't even drink, guys, but I always go to alcohol analogies and I don't know why. I really don't. I'm sorry. Okay. Following up with past clients. And that would be just like what we had on Monday. Who was it? Was it Lisa that said that she was reviving the dead or resurrecting the dead, whatever she said? Following up with past clients is a really great place to go, especially when a new product comes out or when you have a cool testimony you want to share. Then you also have a part of your business that you're actually creating new contacts. Some people call them cold contacts, but let's call them new, because what we ultimately end up wanting to do is creating friendships, relationships, trust, rapport with these people. So cold makes me think like frigid, at a distance, not really connecting. So new contacts. And then you're wanting to make sure that you're delivering on your commitments to your current clients. So anyone that's there in your business, you're delivering what you said you were going to do. I've had times where I said things that I didn't follow through on because I either forgot, wasn't organized. For example, if you say, let's walk together through this, or, I'm here for you, but then you're not. Okay. So delivering with your current. And then I am going to put on here, I'm going to call it nuts and bolts. Nuts and bolts would be kind of what Sarah was sharing about going in and adjusting subs. There are some of those parts of your business that you just have to go in and do a little bit of the work that keeps everything well oiled and ready to go. So let's just go through each thing. Networking will start. Give yourself about 3 or 4 minutes. Find something to add to your calendar in this next calendar week, so the next 7 days, that would allow you the opportunity to network. It could be saying yes to a lunch. It could be organizing something yourself. It could be something you see advertised on Facebook that you want to attend, something that allows you to network. If you have ideas, put them in the chat.
Jennifer, real quick. So I was gonna do like that mixology party and it just didn't happen with such a crazy summer. But I'm just gonna invite every single person I know. We're still in a newer neighborhood. We've only been at our house for a year. So I'm literally just gonna say, open house from 7 to 9. We'll be doing product samples and giveaways at 8, come, some have food and all of the Plexus products, and just let people, invite every single mom I've ever known in the history of ever. As an open house, like no pressure, come and go, but it will be for the purpose of sampling products, looking at the reset, just to kind of capture my local group of moms here, and tons of people who haven't seen my house yet. So it's good reason for me to do a once over and really clean everything really good. But I'm planning on just having it be a come and go, see if you want, taste if you want, get your questions answered. Because I know I've got a ton of people in my area who are watching me and following me. Invites is going to be probably messenger, text, word of mouth. Come on, bring your mom and friend and sister, and just to come and go. So that's my plan. I'll keep you posted.
As you said that, I started thinking, what if you have a friend that sells jewelry? Or what if you have a friend that, I don't know, sells clothing? Sometimes when you have that friend say, hey, why don't you come set up your stuff too? Well, now the people that would be coming thinking that they're shopping with her, or people that come thinking they're trying your drink, they end up benefiting both parties. And it's opening up new people trying your things. I've done this a couple of times and it's been super successful. And actually the people that are there with the other, whatever it is they're selling, they have a brand new profound respect for Plexus because we value entrepreneurship. Instead of competing, they see this brand new culture that they're not used to. Trust me, this is not normal.
Jennifer, and if you take it one step further, so at my old house, it wasn't a big house at all, but I took that and we can be thinking about this now in July for getting ready for Christmas. So like by October, having some kind of vendor event. And I did the same thing, but I made sure to handpick like somebody who did bows. It's like items that you could purchase there and leave with as Christmas gifts, so that it wasn't just Pampered Chef, just Avon. It wasn't just network marketing. It was supporting other mom entrepreneurs in our neighborhood who had items. And I'm telling you, each of them brought their own card table. And it's like, you get to be in front of the fireplace. You have to be in the hall by the bathroom. Like we literally transformed my entire house into a vendor event. And it was brilliantly successful.
Yeah, that's exactly what we all should be doing. I love that idea. Okay, so keep getting your networking on there. I see people saying stuff that they're doing. Let's wait one more minute and then we'll do the next thing. Okay, so let's do collaboration and referrals together. So collaboration is finding a way to tag or share about someone else, either in your stories or in a post, even down to It could be a product, it could be a post you saw someone else make, it could be a reel that they made. You are basically highlighting a different person so that you end up being shared by them, so that you are opened up to all the people that follow them. So kind of think about what you could be doing for that. And then referrals, I think one of the best ways to do this is to make a post saying, if any of you have friends that struggle with blah, 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 know that you can send them my way because I'm here to help. That's a really great way to do this. And then also I heard on Emily Gibson's, if you were part of her coaching, she had this particular story where this woman was just, it bothered her that her husband wasn't living what she thought was like a health and wellness lifestyle. She felt like that was bad for her business. Every morning he would wake up and eat a sleeve of Ritz crackers with peanut butter. He'd like sit by her while she was having her lean shake and he would be making his little crackers. And she was really bothered by this. And Emily said, why? She's like, I think that's the most relatable thing in the whole wide world. And she said, why? She said, because thank goodness for my supplements. Like it helps even when you eat a sleeve of Ritz crackers and peanut butter. Like if you're normal like me, you should probably try to use my products too, because if you live the 80-20 rule, you're probably having Ritz crackers or your version of Ritz crackers. So she said, I think people are far more interested in using products from people that are normal, that have some things in their diet that probably aren't the best for them, but thank goodness for these supplements that still help, that still work. So anyhow, what was my point in that? She was basically saying you can increase the people that are interested and even ask for referrals through that mentality instead of thinking you have to live this perfectly clean lifestyle. So that would be a great post as well. So just kind of work really quick on collaboration and coming up with ideas for how to get referrals. Okay, so now we've got, so we've done networking, collaboration, referrals, do keep in touch. And then the next one is events. And so that could be, maybe you want to invite someone on your team to this power hour. Maybe you want to invite somebody to one of the Monday night motivation calls or one of the 10-10-10. Maybe you want to tell your team to save the date for August 15th, where we'll have an opportunity event where we share about the business and the products and share testimonies. Maybe you want to get your people to sign up for convention. Maybe you have a coffee date that you want to plan with someone. Go ahead and make events a really important part of your IPA, like inviting people, making sure they feel included, because it could be that one event with the one story at that one time was the perfect thing for them to hear, to create that belief for them, to get them moving forward. So that's a really important opportunity. So keep in touch. So that's just you going through. I love Mondays for that reason, because it's always like, hey, just want to say happy Monday. I hope you have a great week. Those are really fun messages to send because you always get great response back. It could be birthdays that you're going ahead and sending birthday messages. I actually have a VA that one of her jobs is she goes through and tells people happy birthday. If you get a happy birthday message from me and you're like, that's not even her. Well, it is in a way. So just know I mean it. But anyhow, she sends the messages. Well, there is no, I can't think of all the people that are like, maybe I wouldn't want her to send the message to. So there's been some people that I'm like, oh, I probably should have told her that was probably a bad idea. Like, don't send to this gal, like she left and went and did this or that, the other. But then I see how the person responds, and it means so much to them because they think they matter. And man, you can't do something better in this world than making someone feel like they matter, because they do. So keep in touch, events. So then the next one is testimonials. Make sure you're adding people to whatever testimonial page you use. Your wellness community is what I use. Make sure that you're posting testimonies. Make sure you have your own testimony updated and ready to share. Like if somebody's asking you, what is Plexus? You say, well, first I want to show you what it's done for me. And then I want you to watch this video. So send them your testimony and then follow up with a video. So many different choices for that. So those are the next three categories. I'll type all this up in the chat really quick, but we're going to do keep in touch, events, and testimonials for the next 5 or 7 minutes. Okay, so I just literally spent forever and a day adding people to my testimonial page. I even add people that I know were on there before. Like I literally invite them again to it. And I do it over and over and over again. It's always worked out for me, always, because I always think about timing. Like I told you earlier, it could just be the one testimony on the one day that they really needed to see it. I went through and thought of every person that lives on my street, made sure that I added all of these people. And you cannot do that unless you have absolute confidence in what you're offering. Because if you do what I did earlier, and I told you, what if I keep posting about the reset and they're like, I'm so sick of seeing her talk about that. If I let that voice creep in, it flavors and spoils the entire post, the energy with which I'm sharing. It just absolutely destroys it. So you have to constantly be in work to grow that confidence. The School of Greatness, Lewis Howes, if you go to YouTube, they have all of these podcasts and most of them are about confidence. If you need that, put it on. So when you're doing your dishes, doing your laundry, going on a walk, listen to it in the car. There is no harm, no foul if your kids learn great life skills. So I've been listening to Emily Gibson's podcast in the car. It's been the best thing ever. The kids are learning so much. I'm learning so much. So make sure you take the time to grow your confidence, because without that, a lot of the work that we do, the networking, the collaboration, referrals, keeping in touch, events, testimonials, all of that, it's for naught, because that confidence is key. And so when you think about confidence, I don't want you to think confidence means I'm not afraid, I'm not worried. I don't even have, my heart's not even racing. I don't have hives and I'm not shaky. That's not true. Confidence is having all of that, but still doing it. But still doing it because what you believe about what you're doing is so great. You believe that the end result is so worth it. You believe that what you'll accomplish is going to be wonderful and life-changing. You feel convicted. It's the confidence of conviction. Like, this is my job. This is what I meant to do. This will make a difference for other people. It's that belief that's so great that it would hurt not to do it. So that's what I want to encourage you guys to really grow that muscle. So I am working, Lewis Howes School of Greatness. I am going to be working on the graphics for all the stuff I told you about for August, and I'm working on some more of the speakers. Is there anyone that you would love to have hop on one of the power hours that you would just be like, that's so cool, I got to hear from so-and-so today? Is there anybody you can think of before I hop off here? Oh, a scientist about the reset. Christina Williams. Okay. And then one other thing that I wrote down, if I can find it. I got my list. Oh, Emily Roberts. I love her. Okay. Oh no, I can't see myself. See my names? I got all my names of all the people. And you guys know, it doesn't matter if you end 5 points away from it. You are absolutely rock stars. Like, you have created a goal. You're working towards that goal. No shame in your game. But I'm going to be praying for Pat, Jill, Lisa, Cindy, Tina, and Tabitha. And Lisa, I just love that you said you're raising the dead. So I stole that quote. But otherwise, we will see each other on Monday. We'll finish the Slight Edge. I hate that we won't be together at the end of the month to see how you guys have grown. But share in the Power Hour chat how you're doing and where you're progressing. I'd love to see screenshots if your point's going up. We're here for you, and this will be super exciting. And thank you guys for giving me this time today. We'll see each other soon. Bye.
Thank you.
Welcome.